You're watching Cheery TV.
I don't know the dang thing. It's like yeah, I was right? It's like I thought I was doing a like the Segway one. Hi everyone. Hello. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm honestly furious. If you couldn't tell, I'm not having the best of day. It was fine. It's been a little lazy, but I'm okay with a lazy day. Hope everyone's doing well. But yeah, I just spent the last like 50 minutes trying to get fucking VR to work. And for anyone who has a VR headset, at least like 90% of you know the struggle. I have my Quest 2, trying to play Walking Dead because I wanted to have more of that out. I wanted to play more of it, and I wanted to do more of it. I wanted to have more of it. I just wanted more. I wanted more because it's a game I like, and that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the games I like, and this is one of them. Walking Dead, the VR games. They're very, very fun, but VR is a pain in the ass because I just spent like 50 minutes just trying to get the audio to work because it wouldn't. For a minute there, it was like recording some kind of audio on here, but it wasn't actually sending it to the Quest, so I couldn't hear anything, and I couldn't tell if what it was catching was the right audio. And and then it stopped working. The audio just didn't work on either end, and then I never once got it working on the Quest. I got it working on there a couple times, I think, but I can't be sure because it wasn't working. And I'm going insane. I'm gonna lose my mind. Freeze all you want, you stupid camera. I don't care. I'm mad. I'm mad, and you can't stop me. I'm just so I'm so pissed. I'm so because I was having it was a pretty lazy day, but in my head I was like, you know what? I'll do some VR. It'll be fun. Do that for a few hours today, and then do something with my friends later, or nothing. I can watch another movie. I've been watching movies lately. That'll probably be part of a trifecta going for the next couple of Tate Night talk shows. But I've been watching some movies, and they're cool. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Just generally speaking, I'm tired of it. VR can go fuck itself. I've lost all motivation to do anything with it. At least until I record this, and then I will probably try it again because I want to play it because it's a fun game. I loved the first Walking Dead VR game. I had that just on the Quest. I didn't have to plug in or anything. It was so nice. Just just download the game on the thing. You put it on and you play it, and you don't even have to worry about wires or anything. Because back then, I didn't. The air link was really shitty when I was trying to use it, so I had to use like a cable, and I would always get stuck in the cable. So that was for like other VR games, like if I had Pavlov or something. So having it on the Quest itself made it so easy, and it was so fun. And I played that game for a good couple weeks in college, and had a really good time. But now trying to do this one, uh, every time, including the first, every single one has given me some sort of issue, and that's a consistent thing, no matter what. If I'm doing something VR related, no matter what, it's going to give me problems, and 90% of it isn't even like this problems like the recording stuff. It's just the thing won't work, or the game won't load, or the controllers won't load properly, or the audio is bugged. The audio is almost always bugged, and that is just it infuriates me. It infuriates me, and I'm mad. But I'm trying not to be too mad because we're here to talk about some nice things today. We're here to talk about games that I like, and I don't actually have a list on hand because quite honestly, I was mainly just going to talk about games that I've been playing recently that I've been having a lot of fun with, and I would like to play more of, because they're really really fun, and or just games that I think I'd be interested in that I've been having my eye on for a bit. Just games that are on my radar that I'm really excited to play, whether or not I've played them already. All right, I feel like that's fair. That's good. And Walking Dead was going to be one of those, and honestly, I was hoping to record this after that so I can have a nice positive experience and tell you even more about how I like the game. But right now, I'm mad at it. I will give you the goods, and I will just make them very point blank and in statements, not really opinions, but statements. The exploration is fun. The the NPCs are kind of funny, and like the fact that you can just murder them and then you could skip like 90% of the game by murdering just the people you're supposed to help. Kind of funny. I dig that. Um, I like the trade mechanic for the new game. The trading stuff, like the nighttime trading, is pretty cool. I only got to do it once. It didn't really go very well. You guys saw that, hopefully. Those Walking Dead, like I'm happy. I'm like not happy that the audio broke for those two, but it created a problem and I solved it in a way that I thought was very funny. So I'm happy with how that came out, but I wish the audio just worked. And now the audio isn't working at all. So yeah, but yeah, I love the combat. I just love the game. It's very fun. It's a game that I'm into, and for VR, it's really cool. It's like Into the Radius. I want to do more Into the Radius. Like just like survival games are really freaking cool. Just like games where you can kind of just wander around, do your own thing, explore, survive, kill things, uh, like it's just cool. It's just cool. Into the Radius is very much that as well. And I know there's a second one of that, and it's supposed to have co-op, but me and my friend are waiting for it to be better before we actually buy it. So it's probably gonna be pretty soon. So we're really excited for it. But yeah, those two games in particular for VR, I really like Blade and Sorcery. It's just I keep not playing it. Like I want to do it a lot, but they have like, the Crystal Hunt mode, which is very fun, but I kind of just like the going into an arena and kicking the shit out of things more of that game. Like even though the crystal stuff is very cool and fun, I just enjoy beating the fuck out of people more, if I'm being honest. So I want them to. I'm just waiting. I can do that again, honestly. There's really nothing to wait on. Pavlov was fun. It started to become less fun. I might uninstall it because it's just kind of getting. It's just kind of getting like I don't. What do I barely touch it. The only times I really touch it nowadays is just to go offline gun game mode with the NPCs because it's just like yeah, I want to shoot things and none of the like all the modes and all the online stuff. Like people are cool in that game like 50% of the time. But it takes a lot out of you, It really just does. Unless I'm playing with one of my friends who has the VR, I don't really do the online VR with Pavlov. I'm actually just gonna uninstall it right now because I don't really ever see myself going back to it right now. Because if I want to do guns, I have other games with guns too. Bye for now, Pavlov. I won't miss you very well much at all. That was like 70 gigabytes of space I just made. I'm so happy right now. I can't wait to do the same for Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I might say goodbye to Battlefront 2 for now, because I love Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's 90 gigabytes, but it's so much fun. I love playing it. I'm keeping it on there, because it's one of those games. There's a few games that I have on here that I barely play, but when I get the itch, it's like I don't want to wait, I just want to get that itch off. I want to play it. I want to have a good time and have a fun time. And Battlefront 2 is one of them. I love Star Wars. I used to have a lot more Star Wars stuff up. I still have most of it up. It's just kind of over there. So you can't really see my love of Star Wars. But it's there. It's there and it's awesome. I just love that. And the game is very good. The game is very good. I know it started bad, but it got better and it's good. And it's dead now. It's been dead for years. But there's still some people playing it, and it can be fun as long as there's not people being douchebag hacker mans, which have become less common with the amount of more people that are playing the game. So it's cool, and I like playing it. It's very fun. But that's not really a game I was coming here to talk about today. One of the games I was here to talk about today was a game that I just played a couple times on the channel, which is Peak. I think Peak might be my like favorite game, not like ever, but like over the last like month or two, like new game especially. Peak is just so good. It's just such a damn good game. Like I've played 15.3 hours since I got it, which was like probably not even 2 weeks ago. I got it on June 22nd, so it's been about like a week and a half, 2 weeks, which is crazy. Like it's just a lot of fun. I love the badge mechanic with the achievements. You get unlockables. You get a badge on your little satch, and then you get the achievement. I love that because I like getting the achievements in games. I don't like focus it down for most games, but like some games I'm like yeah, like this is a very like I these are, with a game like Peak where it's like little quests that you can do along the run where it's like it's just a unique more unique way of playing the game, or like it's like just finding something along the way. those are very fun to just try to collect, but getting the badges is very cool. Getting the unlockable cosmetics is very cool. But the game mechanics is where it's really fun. I didn't think I'd like this game. I didn't hear about it at all until one of my friends was playing it because some of their friends wanted to play it, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Like, "Oh, it's only $6." Yeah, I'll fucking try it. Because he was talking. We were on Discord. We were gonna play Dead by Daylight, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute. Um, but then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just finish this," and then he's talking about like eating a mushroom and it poisoned him on this mountain. I was like, "What the hell is Pete?" He's like, "Yeah, you're just climbing a mountain," and like he made it sound like a really like cool like thing. When I first heard it, I thought of Confuse the Goose from Arthur, where it's like, or not like, or is it like the RPG version where they're like, you could eat the mushroom, walk away from the mushroom, or see, do the hokey pokey, and I don't know why I assumed it'd be like that, but I bought it, and then it wasn't like that. But it was still very, very fun. The climbing mechanics are very cool. They're very fun. It's a very silly game, but so rewarding and fun and cool. Especially with friends, it can be it's just a nightmare of good times, which is it's just great. It's just such a great game, and even single player. I'm enjoying it single player. I'm just like just feigning achievements. It's fun. It's very, very fun. I guess did a speed run of it, and I didn't expect it to go so well, but it went pretty damn well. So Peak is it's just so much fun. I don't really get a lot of joy out of going too fast in games, especially like roguelike games like these. Like Streets of Rogue is one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. And it's just I like to take my time in the levels. I like doing all the shit that I can do. I like doing all the stuff, like just feeling out the level, and then be like, okay, now we go to the next one, do something different or do something again. It's just I like that experience more. So when I don't really do the speed run stuff for Streets of Rogue, or like the speed run modes and stuff, but with Peak, like, I just was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just do it. I'm going crazy. I'm having a good time. Like there's like a skill ceiling that's in Peak. That really once you hit it, it's crazy. Obviously, if you're on your way to hitting it, it's very crazy. It's very, very fun. It's a really cool game, and I wish more of my friends would want to play it. Because one of my friends, we've been trying to get him to play it, but he won't install it. I don't know why. I don't know if he just doesn't like the idea of the game. He doesn't say. He just doesn't install it, and then well, bump luck out of luck there. But it's very cool. It's a very good game. Peak is definitely in my noggin. Uh, most of the days. Like if I have some time on my hands, I'm like, okay, I can play a game. Let's try to do a Peak run. Or before Peak, and still right now, I would like to play. I haven't played it, I think, since I started playing Peak. June 22nd was the last time I played it. But Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight, I am very on and off with Dead by Daylight, but I've hit an on phase, and I don't know when I'm gonna get off of it, but I'm having a very, very good time with Dead by Daylight. We got back into it when they added for the purple guy, the Springtrap. That's his name. They added him as the killer, and they added the map and everything, which was just dumb fun. We were like, oh my god, Freddy Fazbear in the video in the Dead by Daylight, and we just were being stupid with it. But then I started getting a lot more into the game and having a lot more fun with it. And then I was playing with my friends, and so originally we were doing like the random perks mode, which is very fun, but then we swapped off of that just to do like dumb perks and stuff. And then I started remembering why I love the game so much on the survivor side, which is just being able to like synergize your perks and make some really cool like sets. And even if they don't work, just having them, and even if they work once and never again, just seeing the payoff for that is really cool and rewarding. Like just making your own unique character with these dumb perks or good perks or whatever, just seeing if it works, just going in there and trying your best and having a good time, and it's very, very fun. Well, I say that, but then also I can get very mad at the game, and most people get mad at the game because people will run into streaks where they just die first every single time, and it's like, what can you do? What can you really do about that? you know, like someone has to die first, and I'm okay with being the guy to die first. But like, there was one time before work I was playing Dead by Daylight, and I played like 8 games, and 7 of those games in a row I died first. So I basically just sat there for like 20 to 30 minutes plus, just waiting for lobby, getting in the lobby, waiting for the lobby to start, starting, instantly dying, getting unhooked, instantly getting chased again, and just did that 7 times. And then the eighth time, I finally got a break, and I was trying to help my team, and then the game crashed halfway through. It was a really good game. We were having a lot of. It felt like I have never bonded more with another man in a video game ever, and everything just went kerplooey, and it broke, and then I gave up. So, it's you get bad times at Dead by Daylight, but the good times are so fun. And again, just I like unlocking a new character and then seeing their perks and then trying to figure out how to use them in a good way. I can't really give very many examples because I'm not good at remembering characters and what I do with them, but it's just fun. It's just fun. Like my favorite perk set is still the one build perk that lets you pick yourself up if you like fully do the revive bar when you're down and the killer leaves you alone. Combine that with Detective Tap's perk that lets you move as you do it, and it also goes up faster. There's the Flip Flop perk from Ashley J. Williams, which is like it saves half of your progress up to 50% of that bar. And then LOD's thing with Power Trip, or I think it's called Power Trip, where if you're at least 10% of the bar and the killer walks by a pallet, you can slam it on him and run away. Love that shit. I love that shit. It barely ever works. There's there's like maybe 30% of games where it works, but when it works, it is some of the funniest shit. And to the point where I got some of my friends to do it, and we just tormented a guy, and he got miserable and just fucking just stood there while we did the rest of the game and just won. It was we demoralize people sometimes. It's very very fun. Just making dumb sets is some of my favorite stuff. But even with the killer stuff, I enjoy doing the killer stuff. And I used to not enjoy doing the killer stuff when I first started playing the game until I got the pig, which is the Saw character of the thing, like with Detective Tap. Um, I love that character. I have not played another killer since, but also I don't play killer that much. But my favorite part about the pig is not a lot of people even consider them or play against them very much anymore. So I don't think anyone thinks the pig's good. I love the pig. I think it's fun. I just like crouching and going and then running and starting stabbing people. But the bear traps are very very fun with the pig. And a lot of people, because they haven't played a pig in a while. Like I played a few rounds of pig one of the last times I played the game. Every single time, at least one or two people like just didn't understand what the hell was going on with the bear trap. They forgot the mechanic, and they died. They didn't even consider going for the boxes. Like they didn't go for any of the boxes. They just let themselves die because they didn't know how to do the bear trap, which I think is the funniest thing. Just like playing a character with this such a niche mechanic that people just forgot about it, and now you've checkmated them basically. I think it's really funny. Um, I just love the bear trap stuff because it gives them an extra thing they have to worry about, and they have to prioritize it once they complete a generator. Once anyone completes a generator, so if they're not paying attention, if your team's not paying attention, and you have a bear trap on, they start a generator up. It's like, oh well, sorry, and then you really gotta go. So it's fun. It's very very fun, and I love that. Pig is cool. I've tried other ones. I think I have the ghost face killer, but I've not. I don't think I touched him once and never again. The pig is so silly and stupid and fun, and it's just great. And it's like my favorite horror movie franchise because Saw is my favorite horror movie franchise. So it's just good. It's all around fantastic. It's all around great. I wish the pizzeria was always in the blunt rotation because I love the freaking pizzeria map. I think it's kind of shitty, but like it's fun. Like there's way too much outside, and it's all just like a big loop. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room, and then the inside's not very large and not very eventful. There's like a generator in it, and that's about it. It is a very interesting generator. It makes the electronics go for like 10 seconds before it explodes again, but it's fun. It's a very, very cool little generator. But I wish there was more to do inside the pizzeria. I thought the map was going to be the entire pizzeria, like expanded. You'd be walking around it and shit, but apparently not. Apparently not. They thought otherwise. So I don't know. But overall, I love Dead by Daylight. It's not a new game that I'm interested in, but it is a game that I've reinvested myself into. So I'm looking forward to playing some more of that. A game that I have not played that I really want to play, and I just bought it because it was on sale, and I really want to play it soon, is Dredge. I have heard so many good things about Dredge. Basically, it's just, I'm about to open the Steam page, so you might start hearing some audio. But yeah, it's literally just a single. It's a fishing game, but like with a bunch of like the first of all the art style is beautiful. I'm looking at it right now. It's a beautiful art style. They have so many like just interesting mechanics, and apparently there's like a really cool story with it. And there's like I just love. I love it. I love everything about looking at it. And I've seen a little bit of
Rated E10
gameplay,
for ages 10.
and from what I've seen, it looks so fun, and I want to play it. I lied there. I didn't actually see any gameplay of it. I've seen like still images of it. I have no idea how you actually play the game, but I got it because it seems like something I'd like. I like fishing games. I like fishing mini games in games. I like fishing games as a whole. I think that's just a fun little mechanic. It's just a fun mechanic theme. I think that's cool, and especially how they do it and how it presents itself makes me want to play it a lot, and I'm looking forward to playing it eventually. And I've been seeing like the collector's edition for like the Switch version at a game store that I go to a lot with my sisters, and I keep telling myself I want to get it because it comes with a bunch of cool shit. But I have not played the game yet. But I'm like, well, why would I buy the game, see if I like it, and then when I like it, get the collector's edition? If I can get, I'm gonna buy the game twice at that point, basically. So it seems stupid, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get all this extra shit for Dredge and then not really care much for the game and then have all these cool collector's things. I'm gonna play the game first before I make the decision. I'm probably not gonna get it now that I have the game, but I just it was a kindling on the flame that was my passion for Dredge, which is still around, and I still want to play it, but I haven't yet. So I'm gonna eventually. But Dredge seems very cool. I get really into games. If I find a game, I get pretty into it. With Streets of Rogue. Streets of Rogue. I found that game because I used to get not GameStops, Game Informer magazines. And I think 2019 it was, or one of those years, so they had like all the writers' top 10 games on the thing. And like two of them at the top of their list, or like top one or two, was Streets of Rogue. And I'm like, I've never even heard of this game. What is it? And I go look on Steam, and I'm like, whoa, this looks awesome. This looks so cool. Like I love pixely art style. It's just cool. I like that. And then I like the roguelike stuff. I love games that give you set characters and not like Bob or Richard, but like classes like the chef. like Streets of Rogue 2 is gonna have the chef. But they have like the police officer, the gangster, the ninja, the whatever. I love that. To the point where when I first started playing Death Road to Canada, that's how I made my characters. I had the soldier, I had the car mechanic, I had the doctor, and I just played like that for the longest time. And I still enjoy doing that. But I've gotten more into doing like dumb characters for that. And I want to bring that back. That's a game that I really want to play again. Death Road to Canada and Streets of Rogue are two of my favorite games, and that's never going to change. They're just so much fun. They're both just so intense in their own ways. They both have so much fun humor to it. Just really good moments that can come from it, and the art style is beautiful. And they're just really good games. They're really good, well-made, well-developed games, and they're awesome. And I want to play Death Road to Canada right now, I gotta be honest. I feel like a fake fan. It says I have 98.1 hours on here, and I know that's not true. And it says I last played this on May 8th, 2024, which that might be true. It's been a minute since I touched the game, but I'm going to update it. I love Death Road to Canada. I love it so much, and my friends keep wanting to do it in multiplayer, but we can never figure out how to do like the Steam link and stuff. But it's just so good. It's so damn good. Death Road to Canada, but your Streets of Rogue too. I mean, like just, and I'm really looking forward to Streets of Rogue 2, the demo. Like the demo is still around. I'm still playing the demo every now and again. And I wish there was more added to it at this point, but I mean, they're doing it at their own pace. I just don't know why, because I don't develop games. I don't know why I can't just be out faster. I want the game. I want the game really bad. And Streets of Rogue, the Rocket Cat Games developers, not Streets of Death of Canada announced what is it called, Space Dingus, which is like a spiritual sequel to Death Road to Canada, and it looks so awesome. Seeing that demo makes me so happy. Like, not the demo, but like the trailer for it makes me so excited because oh my god, it looks so good. It adds things from Death Road to Canada that are really good into like more of an open world sort of Cannibal Crossing nature. And Cannibal Crossing, when I first found Cannibal Crossing, it was like everything I could think about until I started playing it. I'm like, that's not even a joke. Like when I first found Death Road, not sorry, I'm mixing up every game that I'm trying to talk about here. Cannibal Crossing. When I first found Cannibal Crossing, I saw it on like Rocket Cat Games, like Facebook stuff, and they were showing like trailers and previews and like updates and stuff. And the art style for one, the fact that there's characters like set pre-list characters. They did have names, but they were all like the medic, this guy, the sniper, this guy, the technician guy, the gambler. You know, like they all had their own like niche, which I love. I love those type of choosing your character. I don't really care much for like making my own character. When I make my own character, I make a stupid character just because it's funny, and I do that because it's great and it's a good thing. But when I really sink into a game, it is a game that just has a bunch of like preset characters, usually class-based characters, and I go crazy. That's where I started my fuel and love for Streets of Rogue, how I played Death Road to Canada for the first while, and Cannibal Crossing as well. Those types of games really get me. And the Cannibal Crossing is such a good game, and I wish it got better development. I wish it didn't just die out of the blue. Like it's I just like it is a very fun game. I just wish it actually got the co-op it deserved because they marketed it as the whole game was going to be multiplayer. And like when you look at like the game, it's just like a survival. There's a little bit of crafting in there. Personally, I don't think the base building needed to be in the game. I don't think it was all that necessary. It's fun aspect of it, but I don't think it was all that necessary. But it was so much fun. You survive outside. There's the cannibals. Eventually, the negative guys come in, and they're a lot of pain and hassle. But you go through houses or unique buildings and shit. You loot. You get a bunch of stuff. You fight waves of cannibals and stuff. You fight bosses, and you escape with all the people that you saved. So cool. And that in multiplayer would be so much fun. It would be such a, and especially because like it's not a really like long game. Like by the time you hit like day 10, if you're not almost done, you're basically guaranteed to lose. And days go pretty quick. So like you are encouraged typically to go pretty fast. So doing a bunch of like runs of that with your friends could be so much fun. So much fun. Like we played like 7 Days to Die. We've played like Project Zomboid and stuff like that, where it's just you go around surviving, just surviving as long as you can, or to do these certain missions, do these goals, just do stuff you want, like the forest. You just survive until you do the story stuff. And we love those games, and the multiplayer of those games made those games for us because otherwise it wasn't all that much fun. And Cannibal Crossing was a ton of fun to do in single player, and I still love doing it. When I go back to it, I still have a good time doing it. I'm probably going to stream some of it eventually, but just the the fact that it was promised to be multiplayer, and then ultimately what happened was they decided to just have a multiplayer mode, which was just like a horde waves mode, like Call of Duty Zombies basically, but for Cannibal Crossing. It was disappointing. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was disappointed. And like it was a fun mode, don't get me wrong, but like that's not the multiplayer that I was looking forward to. And I feel really bad because my friends, I wanted to get them to play it so bad, and I was in there with the developers while they were making this game. I was like playing it constantly, telling them all the bugs I was hitting, doing all this, helping out with like testing and stuff for different like modes and like all that stuff. Like when they first dropped the horde defense mode, like the waves, I was one of the first people playing that with the developer, which is so cool. Like just actually doing stuff and like building a rapport and having a fun time. And they got to the point where I was helping out. Like, yeah, my friends want to get it, but like I want to play with my friends and like test it with them, but they haven't gotten the game yet. They're not sure about getting it. And they gave me 2 keys to the game to give to my friends. and I was so freaking excited. It still is a very nice, generous, really cool thing that they did. But then the game wasn't what they were expecting, and then they stopped playing it because they couldn't do it together, which was like the biggest point of doing it. And I felt really bad because I basically just made him spend like a bunch of money. And right now it's on sale for $8 for this for a Steam summer sale. Get the game if you like action survival. You're just going around a random like a randomly generated town, but with a bunch of the same buildings and stuff. Um, just going around collecting stuff, fighting monsters, killing bosses. It's very fun, and it still has a lot of quirk and charm that like Death Road to Canada had. It's not the same, so don't expect it to be. A lot of people expected it to be, which is a lot of most of the negative reviews are either game got game lost all its support and it wasn't ended in like a very finished state, which is true, unfortunately. um Multiplayer wasn't what it was intended to be, like what it should have been, or it's not Death Road to Canada. You can't expect it to be Death Road to Canada because it isn't. They didn't develop the game, they published the game. People who made Death Road to Canada published it, so they weren't like going in there doing it. But I do think a lot of inspiration for Space Dingus is coming from this and Death Road to Canada, so I'm really really excited for it. I cannot wait. And but yeah, it's just I for the first time in a while, I'm excited about playing games because like I like playing video games, but usually when I'm with my friends, I'll stick to like the same two or three, and then once we run out of ideas, like once we do all we can with those, it takes us a while to find other games. So we kind of just dick around in nothingness, in the land of nothing, for a while until we think of something. And by then, it's just like, man, eventually we find another game to play. But it's like we're usually recycling games, or we get a game and like it's exciting, but then once that goes away, what do we do? Because I don't really get all that into a lot of games for a while. But recently, I've been very like excited to play more games and do even just go back to play games I've played before. Far Cry Primal. I want to play Far Cry Primal on here because I love Far Cry Primal. It's my favorite Far Cry other than 3. And it's just so much fun, and I got it for Xbox again. So I've been jamming it out on there, and I've been having such a fun time. Granted, it's a lot harder to see in that game than I thought it was, but it's still very exciting. It's still very fun to be playing it again, and I just I'm really you find it's just cool. It's just cool. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, I'm really excited. And then there's other games. Like there was a game, I can't remember the dang name of it at all. I uninstalled it, so I can't find it again. But Jump Ship, maybe? Was it called Jump Ship? It might have been called Jump Ship. But it was like a game where you just go around on a ship and you gotta like do stuff. It was in like early access or something. I don't remember what the hell it was called. But either way. Hi, Soup. Hello, yes. Yes, Soup. Yes. This is my little man. This is the best little guy ever. This is the favorite. This is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing in the world right here. Yes. Yes, Soup. You tell the world. You tell the world what you're thinking. He's so sweet. He's such a sweet little guy. Yes. I love you. I love you. Look at him. He's so sweet. Okay, I'll stop, buddy. I'm sorry. You're so sweet. But yeah, so all that to say, looking forward to games. Pixel Piracy is a game that I have that I've been wanting to play for a while that I keep forgetting to, but I'm really excited to play it. There's just a lot of games that I wanted to play, and board games. I love board games so much. I've been getting back on board game kick, so expect some table for ones in the near future. It's really really exciting. It's really exciting stuff. I just love board games. I love board games. Board games are great. I want to play more of them, so we're gonna play more of them. It's great. Um, yeah, I apologize for those, if anyone here was really here for my board game content. We're gonna bring it back, but like not like nothing in this is gonna be very consistent and concrete scheduling. It's just gonna be for the future, at least how I'm picturing it right now, I'm maybe focusing a bit more on streaming. Whatever I choose to stream is kind of up in the air. But then video wise, I'm gonna be trying to work on just one video at a time. Not really like having like 3 or 4 set out to do. Like I'm gonna work on one, however long it takes. Probably not too long because I'm still not gonna put too much editing into it. I like a more chillaxed edit style. So, I'm just gonna work on a video, edit it to whatever extent I think it needs to be edited, and then I'll shoot that out, and then start working on another one or start brainstorming for more. Because I feel like the more I plan, the less of it I actually wind up doing, and then that I just have so many ideas that I have yet to do because I'm too busy doing other ideas that I especially for the schedule, I had ideas that I just put on there because I thought I could do them during that week. So I'm putting all the stuff I want to do on the back burner for stuff I think is easier to do and get out consistently now. So stop doing that. Stop doing that. So there's gonna be more streams, less consistent videos, but still videos in general. So fun stuff. This is gonna be a bit of a shorter one, but I mean, I'm really just here to say, video games, cool. Board games, also cool. Just games in general, I'm really looking forward to playing. So I'm gonna try to play some more. I'm gonna try to play Walking Dead again right now. So we'll see how that goes. It won't go well. I'm gonna actually eat this microwave uh, pancake sausage sandwich, and then I'm going to. Oh, that's horrible image to stop on. And then I'm going to do that. So thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Tate Night Talk Show. More stuff to come. More stuff to come. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Tune in tomorrow, where hopefully we'll actually be able to do the hair stream. It might be earlier, just because I won't have a whole lot of time because I have to work at 12, and usually I stream until like 1. So if I start at 10, it's gonna be like an hour-long stream. So I want to do it for at least like 2. So I might start at like 8 to 9. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Again, or we won't do it. And then who the fuck knows? Because honestly, it's gonna be a long day. So I don't know if I want to really overwork myself, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Play games, have fun. Bye, everybody.